What positions are you applying for? All of them. It's like, no, Josh. Stop linking your OnlyFans, bro. Jokes aside, though, hope you find something soon, man. Because how are you gonna buy Warhammer minis without a job? You're a holy man? Absolutely. The holiest. Oh, jeez.
Ryu XTO Miao O Wonaya Uwu Neko Owu Chanti Uwu Uwo Kawaii.
Beautiful. Well said, well said. Couldn't have said it any better myself. Thank you very much, Pete. You. You only know one position, bending the knee for corn. Corn hub?
I swear these pop up at the weirdest time, probably BC I am on mobile lol.
Lol. Hey, thank you very much, dude. Appreciate it. Thank you. We can't expect kids to be Warhammer mini painters anymore because they're expensive. I got an email from Warhammer that apparently they're increasing prices. Do you guys see that too? I don't know how many of you signed up for those email newsletters. But they're doing like a casual 5% improvement or whatever, or increase. Yeah. Actually insane. Putting plastic in a cardboard box has gotten pretty pricey, bro. You guys don't understand. Okay, I do think this color is already a little bit nicer though. How many streams do I have to do before Games Workshop sends me minis, dude? Ay. How many YouTube videos do you need to upload? A monthly subscription for painting all miniatures? Ooh. Jobs-wise, you've been told it's pretty difficult right now to find a job in IT. Yeah, that's what I heard. Plus, I mean, it depends on the field as well, right? But if you're, for example, Echo Soldier, and you accidentally type your Twitch password or any sort of password just in Twitch chat, and then you're like, whoopsie daisies, didn't mean to do that. It makes sense. It makes sense that they're a little hesitant, yeah. God, that was so funny. Who needs a job in IT? Are you asking this in general or are you asking specifically? Josh is looking for a job. If you're hiring in the States, you should let him know. Because I'm the intermediary, I do expect like a 10% cut permanently, but I feel like that's reasonable, right, Josh? Or like a, you know, like a Twitch sub or something. That also works. That's about the same. Or just like, you know, nothing. Nothing also Yeah, that's also optional. Yeah, no, it also works. I'm now a job recruiter? Yeah, exactly. I'm a matchmaker, bro. I'm not a job recruiter, I'm a matchmaker. That's what I am. Welcome to the Lowko television dating show. That'll be coming up next. It'll mostly be a male dating show, because I think it's... most of my audience are men. But that's okay. We can still definitely make a good chunk of episodes. Well, your name is literally patriarchy, Pete. Calm down, dude. No, I am not gonna run a V-Rising server. No. Not this time around. I'm not really down for it, man. Like last year, we had some drama in the stream because of V-Rising, and I don't really want to repeat it. Kind of left a sour taste in my mouth. Maybe I'll check it out again at some point, but I'm not really too keen on it. It was Josh's fault? Yeah, but he didn't do anything. Yeah, no, that turned out to be a bug. So basically, long story short, for about a week or so, we thought that somebody was stealing shit from other viewers. Because in V-Rising, your stash space is not personal. So anybody from your clan can take anything from your stash. And we had this very large server-wide clan where everybody was in the same clan. So everybody could come over to your base and just take your shit if they wanted to. And a bunch of people were accused of taking shit from other people. And then after about a week or so of this happening on the stream, where people literally got into arguments, they fixed a bug where apparently sometimes shit would just randomly disappear out of stashes. Maybe somebody took something on accident, but I'm fairly sure it was just a complete non-issue that was way overblown. That was actually just an early access bug. Yeah. Nah, but it actually did kind of suck though, because there was some drama with people that, like, you know, have been in the chat for years. They always get along, and then, I don't know. Nobody wants to use pixels or lose them. Don't mess with the loot, bro. Okay. A little bit of base coating for the boots. Oh shit. There's a load of splotches on this particular side. Actually, I had not even added the blue over here yet. It's supposed to be quite gray anyways. Just go like that. Should be okay. Plus, in general though, I'm not super excited to play the game again. Because it would be a lot of time until we get to content that I think would be fun. A lot of hours to invest. Honestly, kind of the release of the early access of, what's that game called? Hades 2. also has me covered, you know? Got a lot of games to play. Got a lot of miniatures to paint too. We got plenty of things to do. I would like to stream a Warhammer game, actually. Yeah, that'd be really fun. I don't know which one, though. Aren't they coming out with a new Warhammer game this year? I think they are. I guess that's one of the things Games Workshop does really well, hey? Releasing new shit. There's always new shit, dude. That is one thing I've very quickly learned. Don't be too concerned about missing something, because there's always new shit. Shame they fucked up Dawn of War 3. Okay. I did not fix the capture issue for Red Alert 2, no. Your favorite Warhammer game is 40k Mechanicus? Okay. I haven't really looked into it too much. I did do a quick little Google search at some point, but... Okay, let's see. You don't like Warhammer? That's okay.
Done. Just whilst we wait for that to dry, here's what we're going to do is we're going to take some Orc flesh. I'm going to use this to paint in the skin.
I already did that.
Of the Orc corpse.
And then he does Orc flesh, yep.
It's red. I'm going to use this to paint in all of our red details. So this is going to include areas such as the casing on the combi weapon.
The casing on the combi weapon?
Smooth cables.
Okay.
On the servitors.
Yeah, Rogue Trader was really fun, actually. The only problem is that that is a super long game. Okay.
And so with those red
So he does the entire casing of the weapon?
And so with those red details now painted in, they're still...
Oh shit, dude, the servitors actually have a... I thought they were wearing a mask, but they're not. What color was this again? Flesh Terror's red, okay. I thought they were wearing masks, but they're not. They have like half a mask, but that's it. Yeah, gotta bring out the Gollum and flesh again. And I also need to make sure that I touch up some of those parts that are supposed to be red. They should make it paint by numbers. I mean, you can do whatever you like, right? I really think the box art of most of the shit they do is really nice. There's definitely something to be said though with just choosing all your own colors, but I don't know, I'm struggling enough with the painting part of things as it is, you know? I feel like picking my own color schemes, if I actually want shit to turn out well in the end. Like for example, on Usharon, I would have never picked blue skin. But I think it looks awesome. Blue skin with like greenish feet and hands. I would have never picked it. But I think it looks really cool. Yeah, so it's I don't know. There's some talented people working on making sculpts, dude. So I'm gonna let just them decide what colors to use. Until there's one that I don't really like or I feel like I need to change it up, I think I'm gonna mostly just run with the box art colors. Yeah, you can do whatever you like, obviously. Today is not even a stream, chat. Today is a fake stream. Did you not know that? Today is it's my day off, guys. We're not doing any games. The stream doesn't even really count. Forget already? This is not real. Yeah, this is a deep fake. I don't know which cables are supposed to be red. Let me see. Little red pieces everywhere. Hey, Tuxin, thank you so much, man. Welcome. Okay. I don't know how many of these cables I want to make red. Got a whole string of cables all around themselves. Okay. Hey, Ariskun, what's up, man?
Oh no, a Lowko painting stream. The last one I watched was brutal for my wallet, but thanks for inspiring me to get back into painting.
Somebody get Games Workshop on the line! We got another one! Thank you very much. We need an affiliate link, bro. That's what we need, yeah. Okay, we gotta get the servitor heads. They have little faces. Oh, they have these lines walking over their heads. I see. Like these cables. I guess I'll just go over the cables for now. Because dodging them is kind of impossible. Yeah, these little servitors are actually super detailed. Even difficult to tell exactly where the mask begins, or the helmet begins, and the face ends. I guess I'll paint in the little eye as well over here for now. Okay. There we go. Cool. Other one? Is Lowko using an... There's... Oh yeah, I have a little bit of echo in the background now, but the microphone should sound better overall. Although you can disagree if you think so, Lizard Boltman. It should sound a lot less artificial, although to be fair, the previous microphone setup wasn't terrible. There should be a little bit of echo now, because I don't really have a lot of laundry in the room. And my walls are pretty much bare. But I'm hoping it's not too bad. I like the sound of this a lot better than the phone personally, but... I'm using a... a wireless lav mic now. Which works. Plus, I can now, you know, go downstairs and apparently the microphone is still within reach. Now I have to think about accidentally, for example, going to the bathroom. I gotta make sure I don't have my microphone on, even though I don't notice it. Very dangerous. I should attach it to a cap like Sam Sulek. Yeah, I could do that. That would just mean I have to wear hats though, and I don't really want to do that. Sam Sulek not really following the bodybuilder meta, dude. Most of those guys wear hats because they're bald. Or balding. Sam seems to have a lot of hair. For now. Okay. The gun apparently is supposed to be quite red. Yeah, the basing of the gun. Such coincidence that most bodybuilders are bald. Yeah, I wonder why that is. Crazy idea. I do have a second microphone too, actually. I could have a microphone attached to my cats, but they don't really say much. Yeah, I heard that masturbation makes you bald. So that must be the reason why bodybuilders... Yeah, that's gotta be it. Hey, Snoopy. Thank you. Okay. Base code for the weapon. I smudged up one of his fingers, but I guess that's okay. Yeah. Gonna do some metallic colors there too. I'm looking at the reference image on the website. Okay, so basically the entire base section of the weapon is red, with some metallic parts sticking out of the top and bottom, as well as the sight actually. You've been bald since you're 16? Are you flexing with how bald you are right now because it implies high testosterone? Curious. I'm just getting interested in Warhammer. Are the paints specific? So there are specific hobbying brands for painting. There's quite a few of them actually. And there is an endless debate as to what brand is best. Personally, I use Citadel paints, which are the ones from Warhammer themselves, primarily. However, there's a lot of other painting brands out there too that are... They all have their different benefits and their different things. So they're all acrylic paints. And you could definitely paint, if you already have like a collection of acrylic paints, I guess, you could definitely give those a try too. It's just water-based acrylic paints, but yeah, there's a bunch of brands like Vallejo, AK Third. Too Thin Coats has been popular lately. There's a load of them. Honestly, availability in your area seems to be like the main thing. And in some areas, certain paint brands are much more expensive than others. So for me, the like official Warhammer paints, like these ones from Citadel, aren't that much more expensive, but in some places apparently they're ridiculous. You're getting into tabletop Warhammer right now, it's too expensive? Okay. Yeah, fair. Don't buy them if it's too expensive, man. I don't think going in depth for your Warhammer minis is a great idea. Warhammer has always been expensive. I mean, there are a lot of very expensive hobbies out there. This is definitely not the cheapest hobby to have. But I mean, we had this discussion recently in the chat. Somebody talked about how they collected vintage Porsches. Collecting vintage cars is very fucking expensive, bro. I don't think you can really put Warhammer in quite that same category. It depends as well on how much you actually like put in to the painting, you know? Because you can have many hours of painting one mini. And I think if you spend like 20 bucks on, you know, painting something for many hours, I don't think that's a terrible return to your enjoyment ratio. But obviously it all depends, right? Like if you live in, I don't know, the middle of nowhere, where in general minimum wage is much lower, for example, than it would be over here, I can imagine that it's completely out of whack. But yeah, it's definitely not the cheapest hobby, that's for sure. But I also don't think that, you know, hobbies aren't supposed or allowed to cost any money or whatever. I think it's okay to spend some money on things you like, but again, that depends on your financial situation, of course. I think setting some money aside if you have that luxury for hobbies is really sweet. That's what I do personally, but... Or I should say what we do personally. Everything's expensive though, man. Like you want to go to the cinema, you'll spend a lot more money than you would on a whole load of Warhammer minis. But I also don't build full armies. Like, I don't care about building a full army. I think if you build a full army, then it's probably gonna get really pricey. Because you kind of need, you know, a load of miniatures. But that's the case with anything, right? Like everything always costs money. Like you want to learn to play an instrument, you need to have the instrument. You probably need to take lessons. You want to, I don't know, be healthier, go to the gym, buy some other foods. Shit costs money, bro. Yeah. But yeah, it is tricky. It's very much so something you have to decide, of course. You could always steal the instrument. That's true. Yeah. Personally, I don't spend any money on partying, smoking, drinking, drugs. Like, none of that is interesting to me at all. I think for me it's alright to spend some money on Warhammer minis, but, you know. No, I live a pretty boring life. I like what I like. You drink your paint water? No. We're not gonna fucking drink our paint water, Chet. Yeah, exactly. I think spending money on minis is okay, as long as it doesn't interfere with you buying drugs and alcoholism and all that, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't really live a particularly exciting life anyways. Or what other people would consider exciting. I like what I do. But, it makes sense, right? I hope I'm doing a decent job explaining what I'm saying. Like, you also don't have to buy every fucking paint out there, you know? Like, you could be like Josh and just buy every paint. You could do that, but you don't need to, but you can. You can also just buy a couple paints. Lowko? Oh, okay, sorry. I mean, I say that. I did buy quite a few paints up to this point, yes. I like reading. Yeah, I think reading is excellent return on investment, you know? There's quite a few good books out there, man. Also, and this may be another thing, I don't have kids. That seems to be a very expensive hobby, bro. Speaking of expensive hobbies, ay. That seems to be the most expensive one out there, bro. I have 2 cats. Yeah, that's what I have. Have you ever been almost, I guess, afraid of painting a mini? I mean, I try to do a good job. I just stream it. Maybe streaming it is like an extra level of difficulty added to the mix. I don't know. But it's okay. I don't mind making mistakes, dude. Failing is underrated. Wait, Angron is a $200 model? Really? What the fuck? $180 US? Dang. That's a lot of Twitch subs. That's the real currency that we need to discuss. Yeah, I know what you mean though. Sometimes fear of things, imagined or real, can withhold you from doing stuff that you should be doing. But, I don't know. I think, especially for hobbies, just fucking do it, man. Especially if there's nobody watching. Or there's nobody checking what you're doing. Just fucking paint. €156? Really? Angron is that expensive? I had no idea. Angron. How much do I find them for? Oh yeah, I see it for 104 euro. I've been buying from this web shop in the Netherlands. That is definitely the most expensive mini I've seen on their website though. 104 euro. That's a large ass mini. But that's what I'm talking about though. Like painting Agron is an easy minimum 20-hour job. You know? Like, for most people it'll be closer to like 30, maybe 40 hours or so. Whatever, I don't really know. But that is a lot of time, you know? Like that's a lot of time investment too. The real question is whether or not you're actually gonna build it and actually paint it. Because that is obviously the trick, where you end up buying a lot more minis than you're actually planning on painting. I'm trying to avoid doing that. Because then it becomes kind of silly. You're 20 hours in and your base coats aren't done yet? Right. This guy's got a load of little cables on his chest and everywhere. I think I'm gonna make these red as well. You got so many compliments? Lots of little cables everywhere. Slay the gray. Yeah. What is the cheapest hobby to have, guys? What is the absolute cheapest hobby? Sleeping? Walking? Jogging? Sleeping is not a hobby, guys. Come on. Drawing with pencil and paper? Yeah? Yeah, for something like a hobby that requires tools, I guess. What is the cheapest? Probably like a library subscription card or something like that. I know in some places libraries are like... Yeah, gardening. If you have your own like vegetable garden or so, yeah, there are definitely ways of doing it. Dumpster diving? Reading, writing, sketching, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Land in the Netherlands is really fucking expensive, so gardening is, yeah. You're 99 farming? You grow Hespori in your own backyard? That's awesome, man. So happy for you. I think I'm gonna make this stack of cables over here also red. Or maybe I should make the big cable red instead. I think I will. Mixing it up a little bit. Steering away from the box art? Oh my god, I'm such a rebel. I like this red. Another thing you can do though to make things a bit cheaper is mixing your own colors, right? Because you don't really need 17 shades of red. Games Workshop disagrees with that statement. They would love for you to have every shade of red. Paint manufacturers in general are more than happy to pre-mix everything for you and sell it as a brand new color. And I don't really love mixing necessarily myself, but if you want to make it cheaper, that also helps. Imagine buying 16 million collars. That might be a little more than you ultimately need, but... My fist in red? You mean my fist in red? Did autocorrect just make it my fist in red? I do love my fist in red. What's going on, Mathanas?
Bob Ross painting stream when?
I have done Bob Ross painting in the past. I followed along with one of his videos. I made a few. I have them in the other room. Thank you very much, Mathanas. You guys want to see? I need to go grab it real quick then. I have shown it before on stream, but a couple of times. Let me go and have a quick little peek. See if I can find it. There's a cat guarding my door. Very nice. He didn't want to be indoors because I made too much noise, I guess. Found it. Oh yeah. I remember struggling signing it, because, you know, Bob always signs his, right? How do I even show you this? I guess I'll show you on this screen instead. Bob always signs his, and I couldn't get a freaking S to come out of my brush. So I signed it with the first letter of my last name. Yeah, I followed along with an actual Bob Ross video. It was actually so much fun, dude. It actually, so if you look at it like this on the small little screen, it looks pretty good. But if you actually look at it up close, you see what I mean? It's, I don't know. It looks pretty messy. Like, this doesn't look great. But if you look at it on the small screen from a bit of a distance, yeah, the clouds and stuff. I really tried. I really tried, but it was actually so much fun. I always really liked painting and whatnot. I always enjoyed it, but I haven't done it in years. This was actually before mini painting, the last thing I painted. The thing about, so Bob Ross uses oil paints, right? And oil paints take forever to dry. And they smell really bad too, because you kind of need like turpentine or something like that to clean your brushes. So it takes forever. You need to kind of like set up too. If you're not careful, you know what Bob Ross does when he like fucking beats the devil out of his brush? That creates a mess. He loves beating the devil out of it. But that also creates an absolute mess. So It takes a long time to dry, it takes a long time to set up for it. You kind of need to like wear old clothes, I guess. You kind of need to, if you're doing it inside, you kind of have to like prepare for it for a little bit. I don't know. I'm really liking that about mini painting. You can just kind of paint, have a little bit of space dedicated to it, and go from there. Is that a euphemism? No, dude. He literally takes his brush and then he slaps it against his easel. That sounds like a euphemism too, now that I think of it. Basically what he does is he fucking beats the devil out of it, bro. Sideways, back and forth until it's fully dry, Shy Guy. And he literally calls it beating the devil out of it, yeah. The most impressive part about Bob Ross is that he wears a fucking white button-up. He wears a white button-up in most of his videos. It's like Jamie Heineman, you know, from the Mythbusters. How the fuck does he do that? Makes no sense. Yeah, apparently Bob Ross was in the Air Force. Yeah. Doesn't really look like an Air Force guy anymore, I guess. Well, definitely not anymore these days. But not so much in the videos either. Which Warhammer kit did I buy? Ooh, I honestly don't know. Well, I bought one that I probably wouldn't buy again. Let's see. I can have a quick little peek at maybe the starter sets that they have on that website that I would buy from. They tend to only ever sell stuff that is still available. Oh, this is the set I bought, actually. Yeah, this is the set I bought. It's fine. So this comes with like a little clipper, and then a bunch of Space Marines and some Tyranids, and then the colors you need for it. I still have most of these Tyranids unpainted, because they're basically all the same. What kind of brushes do I use? I use Rosemary & Co. Rosemary & Co. 33. I really love these brushes, they're great. I have the miniature ones from Winsor & Newton, but I think these are a little nicer. And much cheaper for me to pick up over here, but it seems like local, you know, it's very much so localized. Maybe in the States, it's a little different again. You like your Winsors, but they're losing their shape? Okay.
They're still drying at the minute, but not to worry. What we are going to do is we're going to take some wildwood. I'm going to use this in a couple of different places. So, firstly, on the little tabards that the servitors have got, we want to add this wildwood over the top.
Yikes. I made those black already.
Like so. There's one just under there as well.
How the hell do you paint this stuff, Mr. Warhipster? Yeah, how the hell does he paint all this stuff? He doesn't sub-assemble anything.
Of all the leather.
He rarely does. No, I think I will give the tabard a different color. I'll just have to recoat it again with some grace here. I'm in the Netherlands, Cozy Hades. I don't know where you are, but I bought my brushes from a Dutch web shop. So I think you can buy these directly from the Rosemary website too, but I didn't want to pay for shipping because I'm cheap. Same country, the Rosemary ones are like 10 euros. I bought them from a website called Zahnhammer, I think is what they call it. I think those brushes are about I think like 7 or 8 euros, something like that. They also have a synthetic line, which I kind of like the look of. Those are pretty dang cheap. Those are like a couple euro. Yeah, rosemary ones are not available in the US because I think there's like an import issue for the sable. That's a problem? I don't know. Do you also have to wash the brush in Dutch water if it's bought in Dutch shops? Absolutely. Only the finest Dutch water, Red Panda Man. I'm gonna try and get a little bit of brown underneath. Gonna base coat it again with a little bit of gray. You've only used synthetics for your painting so far. There's there's like a bunch of different sable types of hairs that people use. I think they all come from this like little, for miniature painting, they all use this like Kolinsky sable for the most part. It's, I think it's like a little martyr that lives primarily in very cold climates, like a little animal.